Do you find it hard to stick to a budget? You're not alone. The challenge of budgeting is a common struggle. It's like a puzzle with pieces that never seem to fit just right. Maybe your expenses are hard to predict, or perhaps your income fluctuates. It's possible that your financial goals feel out of reach, or you're unsure of how to prioritize your spending. Despite these hurdles, a well-planned budget can unlock the door to financial freedom. But fear not, this video will guide you through the process of creating a budget that works for you. The first step to creating a budget that works for you is to track your expenses. Imagine having a puzzle in front of you. You can't put it together if you don't know what pieces you have, right? The same applies to your finances. Knowing where your money goes is like having all the puzzle pieces in front of you. It's the foundation of a successful budget. Let's take a practical example. Say you start tracking your daily expenses. You might discover that those morning lattes are costing you more than you realized. Or perhaps those weekly takeouts are eating into your savings. By understanding these costs, you can make informed decisions about where to cut back and where to invest more. Now that you have a clear picture of your expenses, the next step is to set realistic financial goals. You see, financial goals serve as a guide. They point you in the right direction and keep you on track, but they need to be achievable. If your goals are too lofty, they become discouraging rather than motivating. Imagine you're earning $3,000 a month. You decide to save half of it, $1,500 each month. That's a noble goal, but is it realistic? Your monthly expenses like rent, groceries, utilities, and transportation might leave you with far less than $1,500. If you fail to meet your savings goal month after month, you might feel disheartened and abandon your savings plan entirely. Instead, consider setting a goal that aligns with your income and expenses. Maybe you can realistically save $500 each month. That's $6,000 a year. Setting realistic financial goals is like setting the destination for your financial journey. With your expenses tracked and financial goals set, it's now time to create a budget that aligns with your needs. The first step in this process is to prioritize your essential expenses. These are the things you absolutely cannot live without, like food, housing, and utilities. For instance, let's say John, a graphic designer, spends about 50% of his income on these essentials. This is his baseline, the bare minimum he needs to get by each month. The next step is to set aside money for savings. It's important to have a financial cushion for unexpected expenses and future needs. Even a small amount saved each month can add up over time. Going back to our example, John decides to allocate 20% of his income to savings. This might seem like a lot, but remember, this is money for his future self. But budgeting isn't just about covering necessities and saving for the future. It's also about allowing room for personal enjoyment. This is what makes your budget sustainable in the long run. So John sets aside 30% of his income for personal spending. This includes things like dining out, entertainment, hobbies, and other non-essential expenses that bring him joy. So let's review. John's budget looks something like this: 50% for essentials, 20% for savings, and 30% for personal spending. This is just a guideline, though. Everyone's budget will look different depending on their income, expenses, and personal priorities. Remember, a budget is not meant to restrict you, but to empower you. It's a tool that helps you take control of your financial future. It's a roadmap to achieving your financial goals, no matter how big or small they may be. And don't worry if your budget doesn't work out perfectly the first time around. It's okay to make adjustments as you go. Your budget should be flexible, changing as your needs and circumstances change. And there you have it. A budget that works for you is not just a dream, but a reality that you can achieve. So, are you ready to take control of your finances? We've delved into the importance of tracking your expenses, setting realistic goals, and tailoring a budget that fits snugly with your unique needs. Implement these steps and watch your financial health thrive. It won't be an overnight change, but a steady journey towards stability. Remember, a budget that works for you is the first step towards financial freedom. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment on this video. Your financial future starts here.